There is an interesting partnership between neighbors in the Northwood, New Hampshire area. 17 public and private landowners abutting Northwood Meadows State Park have formed an experimental and voluntary group, NALMC, which shares the common goal to steward the land through community engagement.
NALMC, the Northwoods Area Land Management Collaborative, takes an eco-friendly approach towards collaborative land stewardship. Covering over 6,000 acres, 4,000 contiguous land parcels, and 2,900 acres of this land is held in permanent conservation.
It's all part of a movement to emphasize the value and encourage an appreciation of the local land. The park hosts the headwaters of the Lamprey River, the largest tributary to the Great Bay Estuary and the major watershed divide between the Lamprey and Merrimack rivers.
Carl Wallman, champion of this effort, reflects on the evolution of his thinking.
I never thought about the neighbors before, or beyond my fence. I was putting up fences to keep my cows in, and I had my first aha moment. I realized that our habitats were connected. I saw that my land was a part of a bigger system. I didn't just look at my property, but also my neighbors.
This thinking set in motion an idea that would become a movement. With the support of the New Hampshire Cooperative Extension and the Department of Fish and Game, a meeting was held for the public and private landowners adjacent to the Northwood Meadows State Park. The purpose of this meeting was to investigate the idea of collaborative land management. That is, working across one stone walls to further the healthy stewardship of the area's water, wetlands, wildlife, farms, and forests.
Their mission, guiding principles, and framework for a steering committee were put into place. Now, NALMC organizes public events and outreach, provides information and guidance on appropriate land practices, and even participates in activities to promote a greater awareness of the natural world. None of this could happen without the neighbors working together across their stone walls. Sri DeFrey, a private landowner, defines NALMC as a collection of landowners trying to manage a large parcel of land in a collegial way. What makes it unique is that it's not only local landowners, but state representation. In speaking on the state's involvement, Brian Comeau, a forester for the New Hampshire Division of Forests and Lands, notes that NALMC offers the state the opportunity to put a face to state land. It shows that we are active and that we have a boots-in-the-ground style of management. NALMC engages the community to focus more on their natural resources. NALMC means different things to different members. Lori Lalish sees NALMC as
amorphous, with different pieces, layers, and means to engage, yet it's all interconnected. People can find their niches and plug in.
NALMC connects the global community with the local community. NALMC provides a variety of participatory options for landowners and community members.
There have been workshops on controlled burning, invasive plant species, ecological forestry, edible plants, as well as a woodcock walk.
Other successful events include their annual Aldo Leopold Bench Building Workshops and Discovery Day 2009.
The members of NALMC offer a wide expanse of collective knowledge, experience, ideas, and skill sets, all of which are a benefit of this diverse group. An effective NALMC is the relationships formed with local organizations. The Acidotic Racing Club has taken a special and active role in the area's land.
A series of races are held on the NALMC trails on their wooded paths which are open to public use. The entry fees to the races help to maintain the trails. Runners invite their friends and family, which helps introduce this natural treasure to the larger community. Representatives of the club are now discussing the possibility of connecting the Northwood and Deerfield trails.
Another positive relationship NALMC fosters is with the Crank Pullers, a local snowmobile organization. While one might not think of snowmobiling as an activity that promotes healthy land use, the conversations that happen at NALMC's meetings serve to dispel this misconception. The Crank Pullers constructed 2 bridges in the NALMC area, protecting a Class 6 road from irreversible disrepair. Members note that NALMC cares about the landscape. It is where they live, where they walk, and where they hunt. NALMC is embedded in their community. Through NALMC, friends become collaborators, shared ideas are nurtured, and neighbors talk to neighbors. They use their collective wisdom to prosper. Carl Wallman states that
it is a truism that when neighbors are friends, there will be better land management.
An idea that started a conversation spurred a movement. The NALMC neighborhood is preserving land, raising awareness about the local ecosystem, and forging strong community bonds. The CPN study, a 2-year endeavor that is caring for the land, connecting people, and the natural resources in the NALMC community, We'll build upon the data and information from prior ecological assessments. From here, an innovative strategy will be forged for the betterment of the ecological character and the land's health, while changing the paradigm of land stewardship in New Hampshire and hopefully beyond.
And through it all, the partnerships in the Northwood, New Hampshire area continue to strengthen, offering an environmental and social vibrancy to the community. Jeff and Lori Lalish comment, "We want to tell the story of NALMC," and Sarita Frey adds,
"I think it is a great thing. We've become a community. I've seen it happen. It happened with NALMC.
And it can happen in your community. NALMC isn't just a place, it is an idea. NALMC's principles of land management, as well as the collaborative communal model, can be implemented anywhere and everywhere.